house built to live in. The home of Mildred Gloria Lloyd, age 1 year plus. Also occupied by Harold and his charming wife, Mildred Davis. No one in Hollywood ever declines an invitation here. Photoplay, September 1925. The color scheme of this comfortable living room shown above is soft brown, enlivened by the richly toned oriental rug and green tile fireplace. The welcoming hall, below, would be incomplete without the stately grandfather clock and high-backed tapestry chair. The graceful hangings are of blue brocade. Demure Mildred is nestled in a raisin-hued velour sofa. The furniture is a simple adaptation of the early English period. The 2 chairs are upholstered in block print mohair. Twin vase lamps in tan and gold lend an air of symmetry and balance. The gauze curtains are gold mesh with hangings of green and tan brocade. The Louis XVI table, server, and chairs, upholstered in dark green frisette, give to the dining room a rare dignity and charm. The curtains are cream gauze with light green and gold brocade hangings. A boudoir as dainty as its blue-eyed occupant. The ivory-painted furniture is decorated in orchid and green. The chaise lounge is rose and gold, and the draperies are pale orchid. To the right, Mildred is pictured at her dressing table. Harold Lloyd's bedroom is carried out in his favorite color, blue. A Chinese red lacquer design decorates the walnut chest of drawers. The bedside lamp has an antique gold base, a sand-colored plated shade of Georgette, and a crystal finial. Mildred Lloyd's commode is a real comfort, all that a night table should be, with drop leaves for breakfast trays. The painted icy hot matches the furniture and is indispensable to Milady's convenience. An Italian villa in Hollywood. Photoplay, January 1922. The home of Casson Ferguson in the Hollywood Hills is not California, not 1921. You feel that you have strayed into Italy of the 90s. He sailed the seas and visited many lands as an actor and a singer, and has embodied his ideas and ideals in his house. A glimpse, as the Home Beautiful magazines put it, into the dining room. It is a little gem, and one particularly appreciates it when Ferguson's Jap boy, Kiku, serves his celebrated salad of blanched almonds and other things in jelly. The rooms in his house are out of a Casanova tale. This is a great Italian room, 2-storied, domed, and with a remarkable effect of age attained in the painted plaster walls and the dark worn floor. Casson is about to launch into some Debussy dream at his grand piano. There are stained glass windows and crimson cushions and old rugs, and a niche with its tiny saint. The little balcony is draped with a priceless shawl of Italian workmanship, and through the windows you may glimpse Hollywood Hills. At home after January 1st, 1923. Romance in silhouette against futuristic background. Photoplay, September 1922. These are the first photographs ever taken of Rudolph Valentino at home. Rudy is now occupying the beautiful hillside home built and designed by Winifred Hudnut, Natasha Rambova, who, in Mexico at least, is Mrs. Rudolph Valentino. The new Mrs. Valentino and her star husband spent some months in constructing this home, where they expected to go live immediately after their marriage in Mexicali a few months ago. When, however, the California law stepped in and declared that this ceremony was not legal and that the bride and groom could not live together as man and wife in California until after the divorce decree of the first Mrs. Valentino, Jean Acker, becomes final next January, and another wedding can take place in California, then Rudolph went to live all by himself in the blue house on the hill, while Mrs. Valentino No. 2 is staying with her father, Richard Hudnut, the millionaire perfume manufacturer in New York. Rudolph declares that he is perfectly willing to wait for his bride, but that it's pretty lonely in the home they had planned together. Mrs. Valentino in her favorite costume at the patio door of the home which she designed, and which Rudolph Valentino is occupying alone until next January, when he and Winifred Hudnut, Natasha Rambova, can Americanize their marriage, recently performed in Mexico. Mrs. Valentino is in the Adirondacks. The walls throughout the living rooms are done in the shade of pale gray that so charmingly lends itself to the bright colors which Rudolph loves. The floor is of black polished tile. Rudolph's lounging suit is bright orange, from the Chinese. The dining room is raised 4 steps from the living room, and is stunningly attractive with its black velvet carpet, bright red lacquer furniture, and frosted glass windows barred in wrought iron. The railing is also wrought iron. Rudolph looking east from the red brick patio porch on the 2nd story. The house is of gray-blue plaster, and the wood is painted a dull gray-brown that is very effective against the purple foothills in the distance. Madame Rambova Hudnut Valentino's dressing table. Rudolph designed it, and it has some features that are both exotic and unique. One of them is the frosted glass perfume burner in the center, which sends a scented vapor into the room by means of an electric arrangement underneath the table. Just a Little Home in California. Photoplay, September 1921. Yes, that's all. Just a little house set in an expanse of smooth velvet, with one of the finest views in California fore and aft, see Chamber of Commerce booklets, with stables and kennels, private driveway, and rose garden. In fact, the new home of Pauline Frederick in Beverly Hills is much more comfortable than any royal palace, and it has a lot of conveniences that the Italian royal plumber, Da Vinci, never dreamed of. By the way, you've probably heard that Miss Frederick has admitted a sort of tentative engagement to remarry Willard Mack, the actor-playwright. Sun Parlor. What a prosaic appellation for a sun-filled room done in white wicker and cretonne. The white bear on the floor is entirely harmless. The sumptuous cages belong respectively to 3 canaries and an English-speaking parrot. A French influence, the home magazines would say, is apparent in Miss Frederick's bedroom. What is apparent to us is the feminine influence. Shades of Marie Antoinette, observe that bed. The living room, and a glimpse of the library. Any interior decorator can fix you up a perfectly elegant room, but do you notice that these rooms look as if they had really been lived in? You need only glance into this dining room to understand why it has been the scene of many successful dinners. Polly is celebrated as a hostess, and celebrities of the stage and screen without number have sat and smoked and made epigrams around this little table. Pauline Frederick's best friend and constant companion has always been her mother. Mrs. Lotta Frederick is the chatelaine of her busy stellar daughter's California castle. Someone once said that you could tell from the entrance hall what the rest of a house was like. If that is true, then you know the moment you step into the main hall of Miss Frederick's home that the other rooms are as restful and as charming as this. Ramons Toy Theater. Navarro calls it his Teatro Intime. You're lucky if you're a guest. Photoplay, July 1928. The tabloid auditorium of Ramon's Teatro Intime, looking across the footlights. Note the special spotlights looking through the back wall. The theater seats 65. Here Ramon stages little plays, acts upon occasion, and sings for what Trader Horn calls a few convivials. The little theater is equipped with every modern device for lighting and scenic effects. Here you see the model electric switchboard, operating all lights, and the curtain mechanism. Ramon himself, standing in the doorway of his private theater. The miniature playhouse is attached to his home, and it has an electric sign.